Okay, well, hello everybody. This is Mary Bush with Stampin' in the Sand, and you are either tuning into me on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel, and I'm just trying to adjust the lighting. We're having some storms, and I'm hoping the lighting isn't too awful. I'm just gonna see if I can call this up on my laptop so I can see what you're seeing. So if you're catching me on the replay or if you're catching me on YouTube, please excuse the momentary pause. And the video doesn't seem to be too bad. Here's some thunder. Don't know if you can hear it or not. Hopefully it's not going to be too disruptive to our event tonight. If I see lightning, I may have to shut down. And we do have tornado warnings, so you never know. I could become Dorothy and be taken away on a tornado ride. We're gonna hope not, right? So my 2022-2023 annual catalog from Stampin' Up arrived, and as I do with my catalogs, immediately upon receipt, I went through it with my highlighter and highlighted everything that I already own that's carrying over in the new catalog, and all the stuff that I pre-ordered, and that way I know what I have. So that saves me duplicate orders. So if you are one of those people that tend to reorder things that you already own, the best thing to do is grab your highlighter, highlight your new catalog with everything that you already own or have ordered, and then you will save yourself from ordering duplicates. Just a tip. That's a tip to start you off with. So let's get started. My new catalog arrived. And if you have placed a $50 order or more with me in the last 6 months and are one of my regular customers, one of these catalogs has already been ordered for you and will be immediately delivered to your door via Stampin' Up bulk mail. If you don't receive it by the first week in May, let me know and I will find out why it hasn't arrived to you and get a new one out to you. If you are interested in receiving a new copy of this annual catalog and you don't already have a demonstrator you're doing business with, drop me a note in the comments below and I will send you out a registration form to get a catalog out to you. I have some on order, so I can send them out via USPS as soon as they arrive, and I'll just need some information from you and we can get one of those into your hot little hands. Per Stampin' Up policy, I am not allowed to flip the pages, which is such a bummer because we want to see what's inside the pages, right? We don't want to have a closed book, but we're not allowed to do it. But what I can show you is what I ordered and have received and have in my hot little hands to play with. So why don't we do some of that? Are you ready? So let's check out some new product from this hot new catalog. If during this presentation you see some items that you're interested in getting your hands on sooner rather than later, your best opportunity to purchase these products is to join my Sand Dollar Stampers team of demonstrators. We are a team of hobbyist and business demonstrators, so you do not have to run a business if you join my team. You can join simply for the discount, and that is not a problem. And when you do join with your starter kit, you get to select $125 worth of product and pay only $99 for it. So you get $26 free. The shipping is free, and shipping just went up from Stampin' Up. So that's going to be a significant savings to you. And if you live in the great state of South Carolina, or a state that taxes shipping like we do, that will save you even more because you'll save sales tax on your shipping. And when you purchase your starter kit now during the month of April, are we already in April? I don't know how that happened. During the month of April, you can add select items from the annual catalog to your starter kit. So anything that you see here during this video, you can add to your starter kit. And if you want the item codes or more information on how to do that, drop me a message either in the comments below or send me a private message, and I'll be happy to link you up with those product item numbers so that you can add them to your starter kit. And $26 free, I'll tell you, that does go a long way. Let me tell you. And the discount, I couldn't be showing you what I'm showing you tonight if it weren't for my fabulous discount. I am grateful with every order for that discount because it covers my shipping, it covers my tax, and it gives me a little bit extra in my orders too. So let's get started with some new product. Let's see what I've got here. So we're gonna put this away for a moment because I can't flip the pages anyway. We are gonna start with the first suite that caught my eye in this new catalog, and it is the Cup of Tea suite, and it contains a stamp set and die bundle, some note cards, well actually they're actually full-size cards and envelopes, and some designer series paper. So we have our Cup of Tea stamp set. It's a photopolymer stamp set. If you've been a customer or demonstrator with Stampin' Up for a long time, like I have been, I'm coming up on my 10-year anniversary. We've had tea sets before. This one's just a little bit different because we have some line art, and then we have some, line art, and then we have some stripes on our teacups. And they're actually doing like flowers and plants coming out of the teacups, which is something that they hadn't done before. We have our little traditional tea bag, and then we have our lemon or our lime wedge. I guess it would be a lemon wedge if you're going to do tea, but you know, I'm thinking cocktails already. It's after 5 here. So that could be a lime. Anyway, moving on. We have our Let's Get Together Soon. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Thank you for your friendship. Sweet. I miss you. I just can't thank you enough. Enjoy. It's time for tea. To, from, and then our flower and greenery images. There's also a coordinating die set that comes with this suite. And this die set cuts out your lemon or lime wedge, your teacup, for your stamped images, and the greenery overlay. So you can either stamp and color and cut, or you can cut a teacup and then cut an overlay with the greenery. We have a bunch of hearts. We have the greenery here. So your stamped image die cut, this greenery image die cut, some more flowers, and if you don't want to stamp and die cut your lemon wedge, you can build a lemon wedge with the dies. And then we have our two different sizes of tea bags. No, 3. There's 3 different sizes of tea bags. So that's pretty cool. And they'll layer, I'm sure they'll layer. So if you want to do a layered tea bag, you'll be able to do that. So I was super excited about this one. And if you have our tea set from the past, you will be able to really go the extra mile with this bundle. The designer series paper actually coordinates with our new in colors. So it coordinates, as usual, you have your coordinating colors on the back. So we have crumb cake, crushed curry, fresh freesia, garden green, orchid oasis, parakeet party, petal pink, starry sky, sweet sorbet, and Tahitian tide. And can you name the new in colors? Have you seen them? Can you name them? So we have our designer series paper. I'm going to put my cards away for a second. We have our designer series paper. It's 6 by 6. So we have our 4 sheets of, 4 sheets of 12 different designs. This is a huge pack. Let me just tell you, it doesn't even say on the back. It's 48 sheets. So it would be 4 each of 12 designs. So they're double-sided. So we have our teapots on one side, our wash on the other, lemons, so cute. with a more neutral on the other side. Greenery and a neutral. More teacups. Love this pattern. Oh my gosh. And this actually, this pattern is in the cards. Also, I recognize it. See? So cute. We have a floral and a stripe on the other side of that one. More greenery with a stripe on the other side. We have a floral and a more neutral on the other side. Fancy teapots with a neutral on the other side. Little envelopes filled with flowers. Little crosshatch on the other side. More florals and teapots. And a polka dot on the other side. And then more florals. And a neutral on the other side. So I'm loving this paper. The minute I saw this suite in the catalog, I knew I had to have it. And wait till you see the catalog. When you see it in the 2-page spread in the catalog, you're just gonna go bonkers. I mean, it's gorgeous seeing it in paper, but just seeing what they did with the product in the 2-page spread layout in the catalog just totally sold me. These new in colors, oh my gosh, I'm dying. So for the note card, I keep saying note cards, but they're not because they're full size, I believe they're full size cards and envelopes. I need a ruler. I need a ruler because that's centimeters. So they are 5.5 by 4 1/4. So these are full size cards and envelopes. They are not note cards and envelopes. They're full size. So we have 4 of the stripe with coordinating envelopes. And these again coordinate with our in colors. And it's the Tea Boutique cards and envelopes. Then we have the red with the little kind of like a floral polka dot. I'm trying to see what you can see holding it up to the phone. And your coordinating envelopes. And I haven't memorized my new colors yet. Isn't that a shame? I'm telling you. Mary's not prepared. So that's Sweet Sorbet. The green is the Parakeet Party. Then we have the Tahitian Tide. So this is this one. So you have 4 of these note cards with the Tahitian Tide with the polka dots. And then your coordinating Tahitian Tide envelopes. Then we have 4 note cards with kind of a watercolor wash with a kind of like, I don't know, I'm going to call it a plus sign. That's kind of lightly into the cardstock, and I'm hoping you can see because there's a delay when I'm watching on my laptop, so it's not really clear what you're seeing. This is in Orchid Oasis, and then these are the Orchid Oasis envelopes that coordinate. Then this last one is the Starry Sky card bases, and these are the coordinating Starry Sky envelopes. Oh my gosh, I am in love. So in love. How easy is it to make gorgeous cards when you have pre-designed cards and stunning envelopes to coordinate? And let me just tell you, there will be a cup of tea class to go in your future. That's going to be the first class that I design, is the cup of tea class to go using these cards, the designer series paper, and the bundle. So if you're interested in that, right off the bat, send me a message and let me know you want on that list before I even launch it, because I'm really excited about creating it. Okay, next we have the Sending Smiles bundle. This one has really great classic font greetings with a cursive sending that you can stamp and die cut with layers, and then these great floral images. So we have sending smiles across the miles, sending all the good luck your way, sending sunshine to brighten your day, sending love and big hugs, sending birthday wishes, sending a note of thanks, sending a card to say hello, and sending comfort and strength. It's photopolymer, so you can easily line up your floral images to stamp your cards. We have our coordinating sending dies, and these are awesome because you can die cut your stamped images for your flowers. So you can do multiple layers, or you can just do stamps, ink, and paper and not die cut any of your florals. You even have your sending, your script sending in a die cut with a bubble layer below. And there's also 2 labels that coordinate with your stamped greetings. So this is going to be a great one. I immediately saw this one and loved it. And I was so excited it was on pre-order because I was able to get it. And again, if you want to pre-order anything that you see during this video, let me know and I can hook you up through a starter kit. The next thing we have is the Bottled Happiness Bundle, and this one is a punch bundle. So we have a bottle punch, and I'm gonna try to hold this so that you don't get a reflection. So we have our bottle punch and our Bottled in Happiness stamp set. So our punch is going to cut out this style of bottle here. And then we have a different bottle that you can fussy cut or just stamp imagery of. We have florals to be coming out of our bottles. Let's get into the spirit. Sending a little message, sending cheer, wine not. And I had a glass of wine somewhere, but I don't know what I did with it. It's behind me. Wine not, overflowing with happiness. We have a little bottle top, or in my opinion, that's a cork. And then labels for your bottles. And the great thing about this one is we also have these super freaking adorable vintage bottle shaker domes. So these are for making shaker cards. So for my shaker fans out there, you have your little shaker domes for making your projects with. And unfortunately, what wasn't available during my pre-order time, which is now, so got to place another order, there's effervescent shaker filler that goes in these little domes to make it look like little bubbles and stuff. They're going to be super cute, but at the time that I placed my pre-order, they hadn't arrived yet, so they weren't available. So it's a whole collection. You have your punch and your stamp set as a bundle. Then you can add on your shaker domes and add on your effervescent elements to make your shaker cards. So that's going to be super fun to play with. Next, we have the cutest stinking bundle ever. Oh my gosh, so cute. Sweet songbirds. Look at how adorable these little birds are. I know they don't have eyes. Their eyes are over here, but they're super freaking adorable. And when you see them stamped in the catalog, you're gonna die. You're gonna need these. So we have a punch. And again, I'm trying not to reflect like my phone and everything in the punch. But we have our bird, and then the wing, and a different wing, and a little beak. So we have our punch. There's the little punch images there. And then we have our stamp set, Sweet Songbirds. So you stamp your little birdies, and you have his little eyes, and the little nest, and the little feet, his little songs, and more little feet, so you can have a left and a right facing birdie. You have the little branch for your birdie, a little wood grain sign image here. So you can hang a sign from the tree. Welcome, congratulations, you've got something to celebrate. A little birdie told me, ... So happy you're here. It's your special day, a little note of thanks. So basically, this little birdie can sing little songs of just about everything. It's probably going to be one of my go-to baby sets for the season because it's just so stinking adorable. And I love that we have a little punch to coordinate, so be looking for a Sweet Songbirds class to go coming soon too, because I just think he's adorable. I just died. So cute. All right, next we have another sweet. This one features the Happiness Abounds stamp set with the blossoming happiness dies. It also has some glossy dots assortment and some designer series paper. This one is the Hues of Happiness DSP. And it's really hard to talk about these things when I can't show you the layout in the catalog. I'm telling you, it's really hard because I want to show you and I want to tell you all the things and I can't. And it's hard. It's seriously hard. And I'm trying to flip through my catalog where you can't see and find the glossy dots assortment so that I can tell you what the colors are. And I can't find the page. And it's always when you're live that you can't find the page. All right, so glossy dots assortment. Your colors are going to be Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, and Pool Party. So these are the key colors in the glossy dots, and it coordinates with the designer series paper. So that means your designer series paper is going to have the same colors in it. So for starters, you have your Happiness Abounds stamp set. It's roses, basically based on roses. So we have an open rose, like a sea spray rose, and then our closed up, more traditional roses, and a little bit of greenery. Then you have some script and classic and script font combos. Sending many thanks for all you do. Congratulations. You are wonderful in every way. Wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. Friend, best wishes and happy birthday. It is a photopolymer stamp set. It is line art, so it's meant for coloring, either with your Stampin' Blends or your markers or your watercolor pencils. Then we have our coordinating blossoming happiness dies. And I haven't even looked at half of these yet. So we have a kind of like a floral or greenery inlay die. So it's going to cut like negative images out of your cardstock to make like a window effect. Then you have your dies to cut out your stamped images. And then it also has kind of what I would call like a film strip border edge, and then a spiral bound like notebook edge. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I bought this bundle because of these two dies, because of the edge dies. Hey, you know what? Tell it the way it is. They had me at the edges. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I'm sure I'm gonna love the whole entire thing, but they had me at those two dies. Then we have our designer series paper. So this is Hues of Happiness. Your coordinating colors are Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, Melon Mambo, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, and Pool Party. So they've basically covered all the bases with your brights, your neutrals, and your subtles. So we have a great floral image here. And then we have, on the back, we have like this multi-color check kind of pattern. And then we have a floral wash here. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. It's like a whole rainbow palette. like a paint palette. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. And if you didn't know, Stampin' Up's designer series papers are hand painted or hand drawn by artists that work for Stampin' Up. And this designer series paper actually has the texture of canvas. So you can see where they painted this on canvas and then took the picture of the finished artwork and then had it printed. So that is stunning. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Then we have another floral, and I love how they did like the variegated colors. Then we have a dark background with our lighter florals. Some more rose patterns in different colors. Another one of those painted backgrounds. So pretty. Oh my gosh, so gorgeous. So this goes this way. So pretty. And then some more florals. Some more of that canvas artwork. Oh my gosh, so pretty. More florals. And I actually want to see if any of these dies line up, because I was really curious as to whether or not we were going to be able to cut some of these out. And I'm not sure if we can. Maybe not. It was worth a try though, right? I'm not seeing it line up. Oh, no, it does. I found it. It does. It cuts it out. It cuts it out. And I wonder if this one almost looks like it goes with this flower. Look at that. It does. So, I mean, these are too tight together. I need to find a different flower. They're so close together. So it's this one, which would be this one, right? Look at that. So you can, I knew they would do that for us. So you can cut out your designer series paper flowers with the dies that are in the set. And there's another one. I think I see another one. Ah, look at that. You can cut that one out too. All right, what do you think? I have one more die here, but I don't know if it coordinates with anything. It almost looks like this one. It looks like that one, but I need, not that one. This looks like this. So I need one of these. Yep. See? It does! So this cuts this here. This one cuts this one here. I'm gonna line it up right. That one. Right? And then that one cuts that one. So you have 4 dies that are in the die set that coordinate with the designer series paper. I had a feeling that was going to be the case. So, bonus! So excited. We can cut out our flowers with our dies. Okay, moving on. We have more of that awesome canvas watercolor. And there is your designer series paper, Hues of Happiness. Now, if you've been watching my Facebook posts throughout the day, or if you are watching me on YouTube, you can go to the links below in the description of this video, either here on Facebook or on YouTube, and join my designer series paper share for the current catalog. So my designer series paper shares, you get 1/4 of a pack of every pack of designer series paper. that's in the new catalog. This year there are 12 different designer series papers, okay? So we're only talking about your traditional designer series paper. We're not talking about the in colors, and we're not talking about the core colors with the regals, the neutrals, the brights, the subtles, or any of the specialty papers. It's just the designer series paper patterns. So there's 12 different packs. A share will get you a quarter of a pack of each of the 12 packs of paper, okay, cut to 6 by 6, with the exception of a designer series paper you're going to see in a moment, where you're going to get a half a pack of that one, because one sheet in that pack contains die cut images that are already pre-die cut. So there's no way to cut that into quarters. So that one you'll get a half a pack of. So it's a quarter of a pack of 11 different packs of designer series paper and a half a pack of this particular one with the die cuts. The information for pre-registering, again, is in the links below. It's a no obligation thing. All you have to do is fill out your name and your email address and say that you're interested in participating, and then I will email you the full registration and prepayment information at a later date. Stampin' Up! Doesn't allow us to take funds or prepayment earlier than like 3 days before a product is available for us to purchase, or before 3 days prior to us purchasing it for you. So I cannot accept payment at this time. I can only accept a pre-registration, just saying that you're interested, you want to hold your spot, and then at the end of April, I can actually send you the formal registration link with the prepayment information, and you can hold your spot permanently at that time. So at this time, what you're seeing is a link just saying that you're interested in more information, you're interested in pre-registering, and you understand that you can't officially register and prepay until the end of April. So if you like the designer series paper, you're seeing I am holding a designer series paper share for this catalog, and you can just click the link and let me know you're interested in that. Okay, so moving on from this designer series paper, I'm running out of room to put my stuff. We are going to move on to another bundle. This one I was super excited about because it's beer. And there goes my catalog. My catalog just hit the deck in a big crash on the floor. Okay, Brewed for You. For the beer lovers in your life, or if you're a beer lover yourself, we have Brewed for You. I have missed every beer, wine, whatever, stamp set that Stampin' Up! Has held previously. So I am so excited that they came out with a beer bundle, because this one has my name all over it. And I'm so excited because I can actually do Guinness, which is my beer of choice. So I can even do a Guinness. So we have different styles of, we have beer mugs, we have a little fancy beer glass. I don't even know what that's called. It's probably like for an ale, maybe. And then we have our porter glass. We have the bubbles, we have the foam for coming up over the top of the mugs. We have our steins. And we have I owe you one or several, another round for your birthday, oh ale yes, for our greetings. Then we have coordinating dies. And this, I didn't even notice when I was looking at the catalog, how cool these dies are, because not only do you get the outlines for your different glasses and mugs, but there's also a die where it does an inlay with the bubbles. So not only can you stamp your beer in your glass, but you can also die cut your stamped image and have an inlay, or die cut a coordinating piece of cardstock and have the inlay with the bubbles. So this is going to be so much fun. And we even get a hop. I mean, come on, we get a little hop. How cool is that? And then our little leaves, and then the dies to cut out the bubbles. So I'm telling you, this one I'm excited about. I'm just going to admit it right now. I'm a beer lover. And this one has my name written all over it. So if you have beer lovers in your life, or if you're a beer lover yourself, you are going to want Brewed for You. I bring you Brewed for You. All right. Next, we have some standalone stuff. And we have, first of all, we have our limited edition stamp set. So if you are a Stampin' Up aficionado and you sell your cards outside of, you know, making them for friends and family, you know that we do have what's called an angel policy, where if you sell your handmade cards and you use Stampin' Up products on your cards, you have to have the copyright Stampin' Up somewhere on the back of your card, so that folks know that you've used Stampin' Up imagery and line art for your projects. So this is our Angel Policy stamp set. And I admit that I usually don't order these because I have a handmade stamp, a Handmade by Mary Bush stamp that has the copyright Stampin' Up on it that I use on my cards. But I bought this one because I really like the imagery that we can use outside of just stamping on the back for the Angel Policy. So we have handcrafted from the heart, with the little heart with the copyright, just a plain copyright Stampin' Up, made with love with the copyright, just for you with the hand holding the little blossom, an ink stamp saying hand stamped with the copyright. We have limited edition around a floral with the copyright, a paper hug from me, and a one-of-a-kind creation with the copyright. And I have lots of ideas for how to use this outside of on the back of a card, so stay tuned, because this literally is the first Angel Policy stamp set that I've ever bought, like I said, because I could see the outside the box possibilities for the stamp set. So I'm excited to play with this one. All right, next we have a die set. This is called All That Dies. Now there is a masculine stamp set that coordinates with these dies. I'm going to admit it wasn't my cup of tea. There's a big thunder boom. So I didn't order it. I only ordered the dies as a standalone because I loved the different boxes and banners that came with the die set. So we have an arrow, we have just a rectangle with some inlaid accent on the outside. We have our flagged ends, either straight or curved. We have a label, an oval. This is kind of like a scalloped circle, but I kind of look at it, I want to call it like a bottle cap kind of circle, kind of scallop circle, because it's not really like a pinking shears type of circle, but it's not round scallops either. And then we have our inlaid like argyle. So I thought this was really fun. So I bought this as a standalone die set. And part of that suite is some designer series paper. We'll just go right over to that. This is called Hes the Man. So I want to say this was the Hes the Man suite, where it was the stamp set, the dies, and the designer series paper, and an embellishment. This is the pack of designer series paper that if you join my paper share, you're going to get a half a pack of instead of the quarter pack, because of the die cut images that are included in the pack. So this one's really cool because it's based on barbecue. So you have your pigs, your fork, knife, and spoon. You have a spatula. You have a turning fork, a bottle of barbecue sauce. So this is going to be super fun for the barbecue fans in your life. And if you have the What's Cooking die set, it would coordinate with that as well. I don't believe that that's sold out yet. The stamp set did sell out from the retiring list, but the dies, I believe, are still available. So that would be a great item to pick up to coordinate. Then we have a neutral diagonal stripe on the back. We have your ties, mustache, dress shoes for more traditional masculine paper with a check on the other side. We have some classic cars. This is upside down. We have some classic cars on one side and a neutral kind of herringbone on the other. This is an awesome little like Argyle print. And another neutral on the other side. And then we have our die cut pieces. So this is why you're going to get a half a pack of the designer series paper, because there's no way to cut this into quarters. So you get 2 sheets of die cuts. Mine are already falling out. Whoop, not completely. So we have all these images, and they actually do coordinate with the dies. So if you wanted to do a die cut layer to kind of coordinate with these pre-colored and die cut pieces, you could do that with the die set. You make me hoppy. I love that. It's another way to tie in to my beer bundle. I love that. You make me hoppy. Awesome. Okay. And then, oh my gosh, I never even knew this was part of it. Look at the little campers. Little campers and tents. And you know I'm an RVer with my dogs. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was in here. I had no clue. The things that jump out at you, sometimes you just have to see it in person, right? And then on the back, we have a more traditional pattern. Ah! I'm so excited. So, oh my gosh, the Campology stamp set is carrying over from the current annual catalog, so that would be great to go with this designer series paper. And believe it or not, I don't own Campology, but I may have to get it. And I had a package for this, and I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. If I don't put it back now, I'll have a mess. Can you hear the thunder? I don't know if you can hear the thunder or not. Maybe not after over all my rustling and babbling. Okay, so that's that designer series paper. What else do we have? We also have, and the rain hitting my windows, another standalone die set. It's called Stylish Shapes. Okay, and you will be happy to see that circles and squares, stitched circles and squares are back, and stitched banners. The only difference is the stitching isn't like line stitching, it's kind of little dotted stitching. And excuse me, I should have gotten a drink. I need a piece of dark cardstock. Hold on. Get a piece of basic black, because I die cut pieces so you can see. And I'm going to hold it up and see if you can do it. So your squares, you can die cut the squares with the stitching or the little dot. But it also leaves the little dots on the outline as well. So I don't know if you can see this. So see how you have the outline has the little dots, and then the pieces that you cut out have them too. So isn't that cool? So they're back. But bonus, both the positive and the negative pieces are going to have the stitching. So those are your squares. And then you have your circles. So there's all these different sizes of circles. And again, you're going to have your, oops, there's lint. You're going to have your outline and then the pieces that you cut too. So there's your circles. So fun. Okay, so that's circles and squares, and then this is how they will layer. So that's kind of how your layers will look like if you want to layer them up for your shadows. And then we have banners. So we have different sizes of banners. So we have fatties and skinny ones. And again, you have your positive and your negative that have the stitching. So those are going to be super fun, right? All right, so these are called the Stylish Shapes dies. Stylish Shapes. So they heard our cries and they gave us back stitched circles and I can't do that. Stitched circles, squares, and banners. All right, next we have some more embellishments. So part of that Manly Suite are these rustic metallic adhesive back dots. So they're kind of like a pewter. And I love our metallic dots. Absolutely love them. So I'm glad that they gave us yet another style of metallic dot. Then we have the 21-23 in color opal rounds. So look at how pretty those are. Maybe I should take them out of the package. It's really hard for me to see what you're seeing in the camera, but look at how pretty those are. Aren't those gorgeous? Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And then we have the Fern 3D embossing folder. So this one is going to give you a Fern, oops, it's a reflection of my light, a Fern embossed background, and this is 3D, so it's going to give you the super deep embossing with all the different layers of texture. So I'm super excited about that one. So that's the Fern 3D embossing folder. And that brings me to a couple more designer series papers before we launch into our new in colors. So this one is called the Sun Prints Designer Series paper. It is part of a suite, so there is a coordinating stamp and die that, well, not coordinating as in you can die cut imagery, but it's part of a collection. So we have, let me see what your colors are. Your colors here are Gray Granite, Night of Navy, Pacific Point, and the new Starry Sky, which is one of the new in colors. And it's basically kind of like a fern type of motif here with more of a neutral in the gray on the other side. Look at this one with like ferns and wispy. This is like, I can't remember the name of the stamp set. Queen Anne's lace that just retired with a watercolor wash. This one kind of looks like paint spatter. So that's pretty cool. And a stripe on the other side. This one kind of looks like dandelion wisps. on cracked glass with just a gray neutral on the other side. This is a gray neutral with the like ferns and Queen Anne's lace on one side. Kind of a speckle on the other side. This one's really pretty, again with some of that detailed fern and the little dandelion wisps. And a neutral on the other side and a gray. So this is really pretty. There's a lot of people that are going gaga, demonstrators, about this designer series paper, Sun Prints. That's going to be really pretty. So that is Sun Prints designer series paper. Again, that will be included in my designer series paper share. So if you want to sample these designer series papers before you commit to a whole pack, my paper share is perfect for you. Now this one is called Perfectly Penciled. It's just a black and white sketched paper, and this is very on trend these days. This is probably the third black and white printed paper that Stampin' Up! Has come out with for either using as is with black and white or for coloring. So you can color it with your markers, you can color it with blends, you can color it with watercolor pencils, the pastels, or do watercolor spritzing, or just use it plain as black and white. So it's a lot of floral imagery and then like a neutral background on the other side. So this one was florals. This is leaves with black and white on the other side. This is smaller florals with a polka dot. Again, another smaller repeat floral with some stripes. Another floral, like this is like a closed up poppy, maybe. And a crosshatch. Another floral. Ooh, I like this one. Like a kind of a wildflower meadow type image on the back. I don't know. I love classic black and white. So I'm excited about this one. And if you get your annual catalog and you're flipping through, they actually have a card sample where they use this designer series paper and colored it. And it sold me on the stamp set they used, the designer series paper, and the blends. So I'm just saying, watch for that. All right, that brings us to the piece de resistance. And I am not French, so I probably butchered that. Our new in colors. And I'm going to stand up for this. I've been sitting, but it's time to stand up. Drum roll, please. Our new in colors are right here. They're coming. I'm getting them. And there goes my reinker on the floor. We have Tahitian Tide, Orchid Oasis, Starry Sky, Parakeet Party, and Sweet Sorbet. So what do you think of these bright, fun colors? Are they not yummy and gorgeous? I'm so excited. I love these colors. I don't think I've been this excited about a collection of in colors in a long time. Then we have our re-inkers. So we have our Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, the Starry Sky, Tahitian Tide, and Orchid Oasis. So we have our re-inkers. Then we have our ink pads. So we have Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, and Tahitian Tide. To go along with those, We have Stampin' Blends in each of the 5 colors. So you have your light and your dark in your blends. Then we have the 2022-2024 in color matte decorative dots. So we have it's like a variegated color of each one of these colors. So it goes from dark to light, and then there's 2 different sizes. So we have our dots. And we also have our new patterns for our core family designers in the designer series paper. So these are the patterns for the 2022-2023 annual catalog for all of our core colors. So these will be your patterns for your neutrals, your regals, your brights, your subtles, and your 2 in colors, your 2 in color families. So these are your 2022-2024 in colors. So we have a floral, and there's 4 sheets of each in 2 different designs. 4 sheets each of 4 designs on 2 sides. Yeah, ask me to explain that differently. So we have a floral, a tone-on-tone floral. Then we have a tone-on-tone stripe, which is like a herringbone stripe, if you can kind of see that. Then we have a plaid, and we have a polka dot. And that's going to be in each one of your colors throughout our full line. Okay, so these are your new in colors, but these same patterns will be available, excuse me, excuse me, now I'm going to start coughing. These are going to be your patterns in all of the designer series papers through the core colors. Excuse me, oh my gosh, I have a tickle. I'm gonna need a drink. Hold on a second. And there's your so those are your ink colors. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't have a drink. Okay, so there are your 2022-2024 in colors right here. So I've been putting up earlier today, I put up the details on my In Color Club. Okay, so how that works is if you are interested in collecting all of these colors with all of the cardstock, the ink pads, the dots, the Stampin' Blends, the designer series paper, there's also some glimmer paper in these colors. There's a whole slew of product. You can join my In Color Club. So through the link for the In Color Club, I do have a PDF of all the product that's available in the In Colors, and their prices and item codes if ordered separately. So as part of In Color Club is going to run for 5 months because there's 5 colors. So each month for 5 months, you're going to get all the products that are available in one of the colors. And at the end of the 5 months, you'll own all the products in each of the colors. So say May, your color may be Sweet Sorbet. You will get a Sweet Sorbet ink refill, a Sweet Sorbet classic Stampin' Pad, a Sweet Sorbet combo pack of blends, a Sweet Sorbet marker. All of the designer series papers from the pack I just showed you in the Sweet Sorbet color. You will also get a full pack of the Sweet Sorbet cardstock. You will get the assortment of Sweet Sorbet glimmer paper. You will get the Sweet Sorbet piece of dots, which is actually up under the tag, so it figures I picked that color to tell you about when it's hidden. So you'll get this section here of the Sweet Sorbet dots. There's also some baker's twine that was not available for me to order at the time I did my pre-order. There's a whole pack, 1 spool of each of the in colors. You'll get the Sweet Sorbet spool that first month and the Sweet Sorbet metallic woven ribbon. Then the next month, your color might be Parakeet Party, followed by Tahitian Tide, followed by Starry Sky, followed by Orchid Oasis. So at the end of your 5 months, you're going to have all of the products available in all of the in colors, okay? So it's a great way for you to collect all the products within all of the in color family without having to place a big order. Because I did the math, and if you wanted to order all of the core in color product, so your re-inkers, your stamp pads, your blends, your cardstock, your markers, your designer series paper, your ribbon, your glimmer paper, your twine, blah, blah, blah. It comes to almost $300 depending on what your tax is. So for me, it was like $288 if I wanted to order all of this stuff. So that's a really big order to place all at one time. If you're a member of a club, then you're only paying for 1/5 or 1 color per month. So it makes it a lot more affordable. So you can get all the stuff within 1 color. You get a color a month and you acquire all of your colors over the 5 months, but it leaves your budget open so that maybe you can get some stamp sets or some other paper or some other sweets without having to do that huge order up front. Now, if you want to order all your in color products all at once and make that investment all at one time, when we get closer, I am going to have a kind of a promotion for those of you that want to do that, but it is going to require a big investment of $150 to $200 right up front to get a good chunk of these products. So maybe the month-to-month club is going to be more attractive to you. And again, you can fill out the questionnaire and let me know if you're interested in more information or pre-ordering a spot on the In Color Club. But that's just a little bit about what the club means. Now, if you're interested in the Designer Series Paper Share, where you get 1/4 of a pack of each of the a 1/4 of a pack each of 11 different Designer Series paper packs and a 1/2 pack of that masculine paper with the pre-die cuts. That information is in the link for you as well, okay, on the questionnaire. That one is going to be, what did I say, $65. It includes $10 in priority shipping from the USPS. I cannot negotiate that. USPS sets the rates. And all of your paper is going to be cut to 6x6. This is just some samples of previous paper shares I've done. You'll be cut to 6x6. Each package is going to be packaged. Each collection is packaged individually. It's labeled with the name of the Designer Series paper pack, the reorder item number code. I'm getting tongue-tied now. I've been talking too long. All the coordinating colors, okay, for that paper, and then my contact information. It does come in a it will come in a resealable cellophane envelope, okay, and like I said, all packaged individually. So you're not going to just get a huge stack of pre-cut paper where you have to sort it out yourself and figure out which collection goes with what. It's all going to be labeled for you and individually packaged. These have been a really big hit in the past, and I will be taking them in groups of 4. Since they're 1/4 packs, you'll be grouped as 4s, and with each pre-registration of 4 folks, you'll be bundled together, And as soon as a 4 is met, I'll be opening up a new round, and so on and so on. So if you want to get in on that early bird, be sure to register as soon as possible so that you can get in on my first wave. I will be placing the orders for the Designer Series Paper Shares and the In Color Club on May 3rd, the day the catalog goes live for us to order for customers. And invoices will be sent out to you no later than the 1st of the month. Payment will be due on the 1st of the month so that there's time for the payments to process, and then I can get those orders placed on the 3rd of May. The minute the orders come in to me, I will be packaging up the items. So your for the In Color clubs, everything will be packaged and grouped together, and it will go out USPS in a padded priority envelope with tracking and insurance for your protection. And the In Color Club, I will be pre-cutting the Designer Series papers into their 6x6 sizes, producing the labels, packaging them up, and those are going to be shipped USPS priority mail in a padded envelope as well for your protection with the tracking and the insurance. So I'm going to sign off because this tickle is really starting to get to me and I don't have anything to drink to get rid of it. So that is my pre-order haul, and it doesn't look like much, but let me just tell you, it was a nice box and it was a nice invoice. So I hope you've enjoyed my catalog haul. If you have any questions on the products you've seen today, or the In Color Club, or the Designer Series Paper Share, please don't hesitate to ask or just fill out the questionnaire linked to this video. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great night. I'm going to go get a drink, and I'm hoping for no tornadoes. I'll talk to you soon. Hope you all have a great evening, and happy stamping. Bye.